Hi friends, today we are going to tackle my two youngest kids' clothes. We are going to use the Minimal Moms method for just picking through the best and putting it in containers, but then also using the container method, which I know she recommends. I think that's Dana's from Messy Comes Clean, I think is her channel. I'll have to look that up and link it. Hey, buddy. Hi, what are you doing? Are we going to go through your clothes today? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go through my 2-year-old and my 4-year-old's clothes and get them contained into two baskets each. Because we've done this before, and somehow over the Christmas and not really getting rid of all the summer and fall clothes, we are just overflowing with clothes. So let's get started. Okay, go find Dad. Where's your dad? Okay, so what we're gonna do here are the containers I plan to use, 2 for one of my kids and 2 for the other. So this is what we want to get down to, is 2 per child, and then I always keep their socks and underwear together, and so that's going to go underwear in here because we're potty training, and socks. So we will keep a lot of training pants, and then we will get through this pile of clothes. This is what we've got. This is only their clothes right here, and we need to get that down to what can fit reasonably, and look, there's even a few more in here, what can reasonably and comfortably fit in these buckets. And the idea is a bucket for pants and one for shirts, and the same over here. So let's see if we can make it happen, and if I feel like that's gonna be enough clothes. And again, this is kind of a variation of the Minimal Moms idea of clothes, it seems like, and then also Dana. So let's get going. First thing I think I'm going to do is just dump them out and separate what belongs to each child. It looks like there's must be a few toys in there. So here we go. Let's see, if it's summer, I'm gonna just put it completely away. Here is a pillowcase, a sock that's not theirs, another pillowcase, a shirt that's not theirs, and lots of Jenga pieces. Why are those in there? I don't know. But let's get those out. Okay, as I see underwear, we'll just directly throw those in. And then keep going. Again, if I see some things that don't belong to them, I will just take them out right away. Or if I see summer, because that's an obvious, easy to get rid of option. So here we go. And here comes baby boy to help. Come sit down with mama. You want to play with the blocks? Okay. Here's the struggle that I have found. For instance, I have size 2 and 3 for my 2-year-old because he's exactly 2.5. And then I have size 4 and 5 for my 4-year-old who just turned 4, but he's a big 4-year-old. So he's really closer to the 5. And so keeping double the amount though has not been the answer, because as you can see, I have a huge pile of clothes for both of them. And it's just hard to keep organized and contained, and a lot of things they never ever end up wearing. So I think the first thing is just to separate into 2 piles for each of them and then go through. That's what we're gonna do. What? Here's your blocks. 4 Okay, pajamas, I didn't account for where I would put those, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna put those off to the side and think about it after we do this step. Undies. Another issue that I have is things like this. I bought this for Christmas thinking that they would have matching Christmas outfits, and we literally did not wear them. We just wore regular clothes, and it was much more relaxed. We didn't do the fancy traditional dinner that we normally do for Christmas. I think everybody, because of COVID, had a different Christmas maybe than usual, so they didn't even wear them. So I guess I stored them. There's not a whole lot of holidays that we would wear this for. So this is the time we wish we had somebody to coach us on what to do with this, but we're gonna put it off to the side and think about it, because I don't know what to do with that. Let's keep going. 2. Not theirs. 4. What we don't have accounted for right here is their swim shorts, which it is the middle of winter right now when I'm filming this. It is like 20 something degrees outside. So, but every once in a while we do go somewhere like Great Wolf Lodge where we need swimsuits even in the winter. So it's not something I really put away, but I haven't accounted for it. Maybe I'll just go on the bottom of the pants section. And this is real life, baby playing right on the bed, and you still have to work and you still have to somehow make headway. I'm a mom of 9 children, albeit a couple are actually adults now. So I don't have to worry about them, but you always have to work and try to get things done, even if you have setbacks. Like I'm gonna have to go through these. You probably noticed my little guy, Timmy, threw blocks in what I'm gonna put clothes in. That's real life, right? So nothing made up here. This is real life. 4T, 3T, 3T. So that's his. That's too small. That's Timmy's. 3T. Another hard thing about clothes that is frustrating for me is both of my boys that are 2 and 4 do not like to wear clothes. So here's part of that outfit that I was telling you about. That was the matching sets. They both take their clothes off multiple times. They prefer to just run around in undies or diapers, which is frustrating, right? Because you want your kids to stay dressed, and they don't at this age. So I just multiply putting it on, and then when they take it off, I try to make them put it back on again, and then inevitably sometime during the day they'll come off multiple times. But when I catch it, I'm trying to actually make them put them on again, because they obviously need to start being consistent with wearing their clothes for preschool next year. This coming year in the fall, it's only January, but next fall in about September, they both will go into preschool for 3 and 4 year olds. So they obviously got to keep their clothes on for that. So that's something we're working on. Pajamas. What are you doing, Tim? Timmy. Mikey. Pajamas. Sock that's not theirs. Shorts, we don't need that in the middle of winter. 2T. This. 2 to 4. These are the ones that kind of make me pause to wonder what to do. 2 to 4. I'm pretty sure this is more of Timmy's size, so I'll put it in with his clothes. But it's in their age range of both of them. But that's probably why I never grab for it. That's something I never really choose to grab for. Probably a good sign that that's one of the things I should let go of. 4T. 42 pajamas. Hey guy, no, let's leave this stuff alone. 2T, 4 threes, underwear, okay, so now we have our piles. We've got Michael, who's 4, over here, Timmy over here, pile of stuff that doesn't even belong to them, a smaller pile already set aside that I can tell you is either summer or to get rid of, and then we have their small pajama pile, and remember this was the pile for the outfit I don't know. Then we did get all the socks and underwear in here, which is great. That means those can be put away pretty quickly, and then we can go through the next items. So let me pause and adjust the camera. Okay, here's a few more. Those, Timmy's. I had to pick up my kids from youth group, so now we're gonna get back to it and start with my son Michael's clothes. So here's what we've got to go through. So just as I go through this, this is the middle of winter, and this is what we have for him. So he prefers, he's a very sensitive child to textures and clothing, but he looks really cute in jeans. So I actually bought him 2, 3, I think these are his 2. These ones are kind of a little bit softer jean, but these are just normal jeans. And if you can tell, they've never been worn because it's hard enough to keep clothes on him, and he really is the example to his 2-year-old, who when the 4-year-old Michael takes his clothes off, then Timmy is right behind him. As soon as he knows his brother undressed, he'll go get undressed. But he's very sensitive. As soon as I put jeans on, almost instantly he wants to take them off. He's, yeah, just very, he wants his clothes to be comfortable. So here I did buy, I think 4 pairs of jeans for him. I think the other ones are in the wash. These ones he already had, and he doesn't really like to wear them. So that's the struggle as a mom, right? Jeans just look better. Every time we go out, he's usually in sweats. And that's what you see him in all my vlogs in, because either in a diaper, in his training pants for potty training, or sweats. You don't see him in jeans because they just come off right away. So do you keep jeans? But when we go out, that's what I want him in, but he doesn't really wear them, right? This is when I wish Dawn was here to help me with some of these hard decisions, because you don't always just want him wearing sweats. So what does a mom do? I don't know, because it's not just about clothes. It's not that simple. It's, can I get him to wear? What is easy is I am down to, I've done this before, like I said, I have decluttered. My first go around was probably at least 50% of everything we owned. But I would say that probably 20% has creeped back in. I don't know if anyone else struggles with this, where you declutter and you minimize, and then things, well, because it's not only my say, I have 9 children and a husband that bring things in as well. And so stuff keeps coming back into the house. So it's a constant process. You can't stay minimal without continually minimizing, especially when it's not just you bringing things into the house. So that's the problem that we have, but you still work at it. I do like him in these because they have the little, you know, overalls that lock, and it's a little bit harder for him to get these off. And so you can keep them on a little bit longer. So these I definitely want to keep. Obviously, there's 1 pair of swim trunks I'll keep, and the 3 pairs of sweats I'll keep. I'm recording. That's life, right? I locked the door. So I will keep the 3 sweats. I will keep the overalls. These are probably like an in-between, kind of like these, I would say. They're not full-on jean, but they're kind of a medium texture. So this is actually what I'm going to keep. 1 pair of overalls, a pair of swim trunks, and a total of 5 pairs of pants. And then I have 3 pairs of jeans that he is not wearing, but they're size 5. Let me double check on that. 5, 5. And he just turned 4 in December. These are 4s. So I will put this 1 pair of hard jeans in his bucket. And these 2 I will put away in what they call a quarantine bucket. Well, 1 because they're size 5. So, and then I'll try again and see in, I don't know. I think my goal is to have just 1 of these for off season or bigger, meaning between the 2 of them, they share 1 bucket of things that I'm quarantining, deciding if later on in a few months, if he's still struggling with having, wearing jeans or keeping his clothes on, by then maybe a pair will get lost, left at when we visit family. So I'm gonna keep these 2 in quarantine. So I knew that his were somewhat decluttered. So 2 are gonna get put quarantine, and then he's gonna have a total of 2, 4, 6 pants, but there's 1 more in the wash, I know that, and a pair of overalls and his swim trunks. That's gonna be his pant selection. So I have these facing towards me, but right here I have 4T pants. That's for Michael. Swim will be hardly ever used. So that's gonna go on the way bottom. This isn't used as much because he does fight this. He knows he can't get this off, obviously. So that's gonna go at the bottom. A pair of jeans will go on the bottom because those also will be used less. And then the everyday pants that are literally these ones he will wear every single week, week in, week out. And it's 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs. Then I do wash for the little boys once a week. It's gonna be easy to maintain that many. And look at that, the container, I think Dawn and Dana and Cass from a Clutter Bug would all be proud. That's how many, they fit kind of all of their parameters. But again, if this looks like it's already limited, it is because I've already done this before. So there wasn't a lot I got rid of, but I did see that I kind of collected too many pairs of jeans, and especially because it was my desire for him to wear jeans, not what he actually wears. And so, you know, there's that, the wish it was like this, Mom, or, and then there's the reality. And this was wish it was, instead of just buying a couple more sweats, which probably would have been a better investment of my money. I went with what I wanted him to wear, but he doesn't wear. So I will quarantine, like I said, and in a couple months, if I don't pull these back out, again, because I have a 2-year-old coming up, they might just stay there. I don't just completely throw away all clothes or donate them. If I have one coming up within, you know, kind of a year behind in size, these might just stay in there until Timmy can wear them. So that's what that is. Now we're gonna go through his shirts. Again, there's, so we're gonna kind of even separate it more. We've got 1 sweater, 2 sweaters, and button-up shirts are good for church or a little bit nicer. Sometimes we go to grandma's house for dinner. Sometimes we just dress a little bit nicer, but what I am seeing now as I look at it is this one's stained pretty good. I am not the best with stains, but I do see several stains on this. So if I'm gonna downsize out of these 3 shirts, it's probably gonna be this one. My husband is a farmer, so his mom is a farmer, they're generational farmers. They really like this look, the flannel country look, and it does look awfully cute on him. So I think I'm gonna right now just know this has to go. It's stained up. I will try to spray and wash it one more time before I donate it. If they don't come off, I probably won't even donate it. If they do come off, I'll either put it in the save pile for Timmy, or it'll just go. Next we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 long sleeve shirts, besides the 2 dress up. Now these aren't, I don't usually grab for these every day. These are kind of more for a little bit nicer, maybe if we're going out somewhere and I want them in something, yeah, it's a little bit nicer than long sleeve shirts. I don't have any short sleeves right now because it is dead of winter. And again, I like to keep it limited. And they are pretty hard on their clothes. So let's look at this one. I will keep the 2 sweaters because those are also nice for church. So those, so a total of 4, either dress up or nicer. But these obviously get layered if it's a cold day with just an undershirt. So he's got the dinosaur, living the dream. I feel like we've only wore this once or twice. It's not used very often. He does like his trucks and dinosaur shirts, so this will come. This one I love. I got it at a thrift store. Obviously has seen better days, but it's it says it's a size 8, which is crazy because he's 4 and he fits it. But it very much reminds me, it looks like he had a sticker here, and then the little you know, glue must have got washed and dried, I'm thinking. So I will try to get that off, but I still like this shirt, so we'll see. Just very reminds me of like my child's growing up in the 70s. So we're gonna keep that one because I like it. And I do kind of grab for it. We will keep, and a lot of these are, these ones have some stains, but again, this is a dress shirt, obviously for wanting to dress up a little bit more. I'm not gonna want something stained for everyday play in our house where they get filthy and they just get into the markers and just our little boys having fun, live on a farm, dirt, mud. I don't mind some stained up things for just everyday play. So this one we'll keep. So 2. For some reason I don't grab for this one. I do grab for this one, so there's 3. Obviously I grab for these a little bit more because you can see they're stained up, that one and this one. But I'm gonna keep those 2. Even though they are a bit stained. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will probably keep this one, 6. And then the 2 sweaters will go on the bottom. He really doesn't like sweaters because, like I said, they prefer to be in diapers. But there are times where I put the sweaters on him. And if we're going out, they'll usually keep their clothes on when we're out and about. Obviously, it's when we're home just playing all day. Then I'm gonna put in the button-ups and then the everyday shirts. So that is Michael's clothes. Both fit nicely into there. And as you can see, I'm not actually getting rid of one, or at least trying to get the stains out for his brother and storing those. Now we're gonna go to Timmy though, which I feel like has a lot more clothes because he's been handed down the things that Michael has outgrown, and I haven't done this since the summer. And between what I bought him and not really going through what Michael was going to give him, it's too much, as you're about to see. So let's go sweaters, long sleeve, sweaters, put pants to the side, sweater, short sleeve, pants, another long sleeve, short sleeve, pants, this is my long sleeve, correct, yeah, long sleeve, short sleeve, sweater, sweater, pants, all the pants, a button up we'll put with the sweaters for now, a few more to go. As you can see, a lot more for him. These were just given to us and they had stains. And so I washed them several times and it looks like for the most part they came out, but we've never actually worn them. So put with short sleeves and think about it. Sweater, sweaters. Heavy on the sweaters, as you can see. So let's go through the jeans. Pants should be the easiest. He is not as picky now. He will take his clothes off, but he's not one that cares about the fabric and the way it feels. I really feel like he would have never been taking off his clothes as much as he does, except that his brother does it, and he copies everything his brother does. So what I'm doing right now is folding them, obviously, but these kind of jogger pants, I don't personally love. Well, especially these ones because he's got a really small waist, and they're 2Ts, but it feels like a lot of times they don't fit his waist well. A couple pairs of jeans. I don't know if you guys have problems like this a lot, but I feel like, is this his size? Size 3T, yeah. So again, he's right at 2.5. He turns 3 at the end of June. And so he's really at that in between, which is not fun to have to store more clothes as someone who wants to go minimal. These are 4s. These should have been in brothers' pants. These might have been actually the ones that I was looking for. Okay, so what we have here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pairs. A lot of these are pretty beat up. This pair has a little rip cut from probably when he had scissors playing with safety scissors doing a craft. So I think we're gonna let those go. These have definitely got their wear. These were also Michael's, but there is a matching sweater, and I do grab these because they're comfortable. These I don't grab for so much. We're gonna give those away. These we use, these we use, these. I feel like I grab these out because they're at the top of the pile a lot, but I don't love them. Even though like probably they're cuter, like the Adidas, than these, I grab for these more because I don't know why, I just do. So I think I'll get rid of one of these so that I do want enough pairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm gonna go with the gray because these won't match as much, and a lot of times I just grab out. I don't always pay attention to matching. That's not our family dynamic unless we're dressing up for something. But everyday play, I just grab pants and a shirt. So these ones I can let go of to donate. So there's the pants for my 2-year-old. Again, those fit just fine in there. And like Dawn, I had for years decided you don't have to fold. Most of the clothes will be just fine if you just throw them in. You just gotta get them into their bucket. So if you didn't, obviously if you like folding clothes, I have 9 children, me and my husband, we have dogs. So much laundry in our house that definitely it is a relief to me to not fold most of the time my kids' clothes. I am now as I talk through, and it always does help me to kind of fold things as I'm decluttering and getting rid of things. But on an everyday week-to-week basis, when I wash their clothes, I definitely can just throw them in their tubs and they look great. Let's go with short sleeve because it is the dead of winter. So even though these were given to us, I'm gonna rehome them. Yellow is not my favorite color, although maybe I'll keep one because all of his t-shirts are, again, these are play t-shirts, we're home. This one though, as you can see, the writing is coming off. I'll let that one go and keep one of these instead. So let's see, probably this one has something weird. It just says polo on the side. I'm trying to decide if I like the darker yellow or the lighter. I think we'll go with the lighter, and I'll get rid of this one just because I don't need 2 of these, and yellow isn't the go-to color that I would pick for him. But again, it will end up just being a play shirt with this t-shirt. 1, 2, 3, and he's, one thing that does bother Timmy is the buttons. I will grab for this, but I feel like we're gonna have enough here that I probably can get rid of this one. So I'm gonna hold it here and count through. So we've got 3 that I'm keeping t-shirts, 1 long sleeve, 2, and 3. All of those I will keep. Those are worn all the time, and it's only a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shirts. So we're gonna keep those 6, and I'm gonna let this one go. What I can tell right now, looking at this pile, this is where I needed to declutter and minimize, is I have too many sweatshirts. Now I noticed I had 2 nice sweaters for Michael, but I didn't have any like just comfy sweaters. So I'll need to check these sizes and see if any of these will actually work for him. This one is super cute, but again, it's rare that I grab for it because it doesn't every day, like you're not gonna throw any of the shirts that you just saw with it. And it's clearly something that needs a shirt underneath, although it looks super cute with a button up probably or plain shirt for church. But I think we have enough that this will probably be donated, but we'll put it to the side. But that one, that was the idea. 1, 2, here's this one you remember seeing the match. Here's a button up dress shirt. Again, that is something I would pick when I wear a button up with Michael. This one, this is actually just a kind of medium weight jacket, so that probably go with my jackets not in here. This one, cute. This kind of drives him nuts, the hat. So with some of my older kids, I definitely didn't have the pickiness that I have with my younger boys. So every child is different. If you have multiple kids, you will find that. This one I never grabbed for. It's kind of just seen better days, so I think I'll donate that one. Kind of as I feel and look at this, I know I can donate this one. And then we're gonna look through, make sure we have enough for nicer occasions or church. And I think, excuse me, I will keep this one, except for it does attract like fuzzies up here. Don't love that. But I feel like through the winter, obviously when we get to summer, this will probably then be done. So this is the nice sweater for like church. Kind of matches one that Michael has. This is a maybe. I know I can let go of this one, although some people would say that's super cute, and yes, I give it that it's cute if you are into Nike, but it has a hat, and he's not a fan of hats. Again, this one I'm gonna let go of. This one's seen better days. This one, just gonna never grab for it ever. I'm rethinking this one as I sit here. This one I grabbed for, we'll keep that one. This one is a 4T. That's actually more of Michael's size. And I don't feel like he had any play ones, so I think this I'm gonna actually keep for Michael. So this is what we're down to for, I kept 1 sweatshirt so far. And this is what we've got kind of to work with. I know people's initial thought is to keep the nicest of them, but this one's a comfy one, and I do grab for that one when we're just playing. So we're gonna go with that one. And this one is super comfy too, even though it doesn't look the greatest because of the fuzzies that grab onto this, and just like kind of looks kind of, it's not even that old, but it just attracts things there. Again, it's one of those comfy play ones. So I'm gonna keep this one for the winter. This, so it's between these 3. I only want to keep 1 more. I don't grab for this, so I'm gonna let it go. Again, it's hard because both of these are cute. I bought them thinking I would want to use them, but I don't use them. And that's where you make those hard decisions. Thankfully, I got both of these at a yard sale, and I probably paid $1 or $2 at the most last summer. And again, I've had them maybe even 2 years now. For Michael could have wore them, and I didn't really use them. So they've kind of been hanging around because I think they're cute. They're the Melissa that thinks they're cute to wear. Then there's the Melissa that it doesn't get used. So we're gonna let them go. Donate those, and it's between these 2. Both have hoods. 1, 2, 3 kind of play ones. Both of these would qualify for play, but I feel like I only need 1 more. 3T, what is this one? A 2T. He's 2.5. I think I'm gonna keep this one. and I'm gonna let go of this one. So with Michael's items, so there's his bucket of shirts and sweaters and t-shirts. So it's got quite a few, actually more than, it's plenty, but it's, what is it, a total of like 10? But one of them is not even every day. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 plus a sweater. So that's probably even a little bit high, to be honest, but we're gonna call it good. So I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shirts that he had in his pile. And again, people might say a total before we started was 19 shirts for him. Some people wouldn't think that was a lot, but now we're down to just 10. And then getting rid of 3 pairs of pants, but I think we left him only with what, 5 or 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he may actually have 1 more pair in the wash. So obviously I'll evaluate if they should be kept after I get them out. Okay, so that was my declutter of their clothes. I hope that inspires you to go to your kids' closet. Just give yourself an hour. It definitely took me, I had a break in between where I had to leave, but it was definitely an under-hour project. And it just has to be done a couple times a year, or you're gonna be like me and you're gonna have an entire overflowing bucket of children's clothes, but you don't actually use all of them. And you start noticing things being thrown around and the room starts getting messy because it's just too much to manage. So shout out to Cass and Dana and Dawn. Those are 3 ladies that inspire me to go minimal. And I'm gonna end there because I've got a crying baby out the door. So you guys have a good night.